Today's Protecting Your Money segment is about the rising cost of meat and its impact not only on you, the consumer, but the people selling it, the meat markets as well. Did you know that the Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys, also have an impact?
Now, Protecting Your Money with Andy Lascano.
We're in the freezer at Moody's Meat Market on the city's south side with Terry Munch, the owner.
And that's chuck, which is a cross-cut chuck. You're going to get your brisket, chuck roast, shoulder roast.
And we're talking about why meat prices are up and how that's impacting his customers and his business, which has been in Corpus Christi since 1964.
Our fixed costs have gone up. Our packaging costs have all gone up. Our supplies have all gone up. Our spices have all gone up. Anything that we get shipped in has gone up.
Munch says prices have always fluctuated. For instance, bone-in sirloins are up almost $2. Fajitas are up considerably from 2 years ago. And guess what?
Somebody is going to pay for it, and it's always the consumer is who winds up paying for everything.
Interestingly, Munch mentions the crisis in Eastern Europe as a factor in rising costs. There's less demand for exports, which puts a damper on profits for the meat packaging plants, who in turn raise their prices, which trickles all the way down to places like Moody's and eventually to consumers.
It makes it hard to, schedule and hard to try to make a profit is what it's made it really hard to do, and to keep it at a reasonable price where the customer can afford it.
Mike Holman, a longtime customer, says the higher prices force consumers to make choices.
Can you sustain increased prices even more?
I think you just take it away from something else to give you the lifestyle you want. I mean, you don't have to eat cow all the time. You can just got to spread it out a little bit thinner, or you don't do it as often, I guess is what I'm doing.
At Borai's Craft Butchery on Staples, owner Nathan Kolonovsky is seeing the same thing.
So we've seen price per pound in terms of how I'm buying increase about 40%.
And meat's not the only price increase. Ancillary costs like shipping are up as well. Kind of tough for a business that's only been open since September 2021. So Kolonovsky says he sometimes makes suggestions to his customers to help offset their fuel costs. But for Lee Laban, who's shopping here for the first time, price increases are not an issue.
If I know what I want, I go, and if it's more, I don't give it, it doesn't bother me, I don't give it a thought.
Oh, and about the impact the Cowboys have on business?
When Dallas was in the playoffs, increased. When Dallas was not in the playoffs, decreased.
Is that a fact?
Absolutely.